all, welcome back to my channel Math Made Easy. In the previous video I solved section D question number 32 part A. So in this video we are going to see part B of question number 32. What is given? Places A and B are 180 kilometers apart on a highway. One car starts from A and another from B at the same time. If the car travels in the same direction at different speeds, they meet in 9 hours. If they travel towards each other with the same speeds as before, they meet in an hour. What are the speeds of the two cars? Let's see. We have places A and B which are 180 kilometers apart on a highway. We'll take case by case. Let's start case 1 where both are traveling in the same direction. Okay. Now let us say when both are traveling in the same direction. Let's say first car starts from point A. This is point A, and second car starts at point B, right? Since both are traveling in the same direction, so obviously they are going to meet after B, right? Let us say this is their point of meeting. Let us say this is point M where they are meeting. Now we know that places A and B are 180 kilometers apart. That means the distance between A and B is 180 kilometers. From here to here, distance is 180 kilometers. Okay. Now we don't know what is the speed of the car, right? Let us say car A or first car which is starting at point, let us say this is car A itself. It is traveling at a speed of x kilometer per hour. Car A is traveling at x kilometer per hour, and car B, which is starting at B, is traveling at y kilometer per hour. Now, one car starts from A and B at the same. If the car travels in the same direction at different speeds, they meet in 9 hours. That means car A has to travel for 9 hours. And B also has to travel for 9 hours. So then they meet at point M. We know that speed is speed distance time relation. So speed is equal to distance by time. So distance is equal to speed into time. Now we'll calculate what is the distance that car A has to travel to reach point M and what is the distance that B has to cover to reach point M. Now car A is going at a speed of x kilometer per hour. So the distance covered by car A, if you see the distance covered by car A, then it is going at a speed of x kilometer per hour and it has to travel for 9 hours. That means the distance it will travel be 9x, right? That means in order from reaching from point A till point M, it takes it has to travel 9x kilometers, right? Similarly, B is traveling with a speed of y kilometer per hour. So for car B, how much distance it has to cover? It is going at a speed of y kilometer per hour, and this also takes 9 hours to reach point M. So the distance it has to cover will be 9y. Right, so this distance is 9y kilometers, right? Okay, hope till here it is clear. We took first car is starting at point A and another car is starting at point B. We assume the car A is traveling at x kilometer per hour and B is traveling at y kilometer per hour. And we know the distance between A and B is 180 kilometers. So we are going to see what is the distance covered by A in order to reach point M. We know distance is equal to speed into time. And for car A, it is traveling at x kilometer per hour. So into time taken is 9 hours. So car A has to travel 9x kilometer in order to reach point M. And car B, again speed into time, it is going at a speed of y kilometer per hour. So y into, it is taking 9 hours to reach point M. So it will be 9y. Now from the diagram it is clear that, see here, this A to B distance is 180 kilometers, B to M is 9y, and A to M is 9x. So from here we can write AM is equal to AB plus BM, right? This is all, you don't have to show this in your question. This is only for your understanding. We have AM is equal to AB plus BM, right? So what is AM from the figure? 9x. And what is AB? 180. Plus what is BM? 9y. So from this what we can write? 9x minus 9y is equal to 180. That means x minus y is equal to 180 by 9, which is 20. That will be our one equation, right? So from here we can write 9x minus 9y. Since they are traveling the same direction, we can write the equation 9x minus 9y is equal to 180 kilometers. Hope this is clear how we get this equation. So if we take 9 common, x minus y is equal to 180. So x minus y is equal to 180 by 9, which is 20, right? So x minus y is equal to 20. This is our first equation. Okay, now let's see case 2 when they are traveling in opposite directions. Now again, point A is here, point B is here. We know the distance between these 2 points is 180 kilometers. Now they are traveling in opposite directions. So A is going in this direction, B is going in this direction, right? So definitely they have to meet somewhere in between this A to B, right? Let us say they are meeting at this point at point M here, right? Now we need to, again, this A is going with x kilometer per hour and B is going with y kilometer per hour. We need to see what is the distance that A takes to reach M. What is the distance needs to be covered by A to reach point M. So again, distance is equal to speed into time, and here in the question it is given that when they travel towards each other with the same speeds as before, they meet in 1 hour. That means the time taken for A to reach point M is 1 hour. The distance is x. So x into 1 is x kilometers itself, right? So same concept we are going to apply. Distance is equal to speed into time. So here the speed is x kilometer and the time taken is 1 hour. So x into 1 is x kilometers here we'll take. And for car B, when it is moving this side, right, in this direction, and the distance it has to travel would be its speed. Speed is y and it takes 1 hour. So it takes 1 into y, which is y kilometers, right? Now the total distance is AM plus BM, right? So from here we can write AB is equal to AM plus BM. We have total distance AB is 180, AM is x and BM is y. So x plus y is equal to 180 from here. X plus y is equal to 180. This is our second equation. So we just need to solve equation 1 and 2 in order to get the values of the speeds of the two cars, which are the values of x and y. So solve these two equations. We have x minus y is equal to 20 and x plus y is equal to 180. This is our first equation. We can solve. So since y has the same opposite sign, so we can add them, gets cancelled. 2x is equal to 180 plus 20, which is 200. X is equal to 200 by 2, which is 100. If you substitute x is equal to 100, 100 plus y is equal to 180. Y is equal to 180 minus 100, which is 80. So we have x is equal to 100 and y is equal to 80. So our x is the speed of car which is starting at point A, and y is the car which starts at point B. So the speeds of the cars are 100 km per hour and 80 km per hour. You can write the conclusion. Hope this is clear. So explaining once again, two cars are starting at points A and B and they are going in the same direction. If they are going in the same direction, they are going to meet after point B itself. Now we know the distance between A and B is 180 kilometers. So we are just calculating the distances and write the equation in terms of distance. That's all, nothing else here. Now what is the distance that needs to be covered by car which starts at point A would be am, right? So it is traveling at a speed of x kilometer per hour and the time taken is 9 hours. So the distance that has to be covered will be speed into time, which will be x into 9, which is 9x kilometers. So this is 9x kilometers. And then we have to, then we need to look for b. B is going at a speed of y kilometer per hour and again it is taking 9 hours. So it will be 9 y into 9, which is 9y kilometers. So from the figure, if you see, AM is nothing but AB plus BM. AM is equal to AB plus BM. So 9x is equal to 180 plus 9y. 9x minus 9y is equal to 180. If you take 9 common and then divide, we'll get x minus y is equal to 20. This is our first equation. And when it is going in opposite directions, now A is in this direction and B is in this direction. So both are in the opposite direction. So definitely they have to meet somewhere in between A and B itself. Let us say they are meeting at point M here. Now again, as the previous case, we need to see what is the distance that needs to be covered by A in order to reach point M. Now the speed remains the same as the previous case, but the time taken is less. Time taken is 1 hour to reach point M. So again, distance is speed into time. So speed is x and time is 1. So x into 1 is x kilometers. And similarly for B, the speed is y and the time taken is 1. So y into 1 is y kilometers. So this is x and this is y kilometers. Again from the figure, if you see, AB is AM plus BM. So AB is 180. 180 is equal to x plus y. So our second equation, x plus y is equal to 180. Now solve both the equations. X plus y is equal to 180, x minus y is equal to 20. We get x is equal to 100 km per hour and y is equal to 80 km per hour. So speed of car is 100 km per hour and speed of car B is 80 km per hour. Alright. So we are going to discuss the next question in the next video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box. Thank you.